The Asset Management and Investors Council, or AMIC, is the buy side of the International Capital Markets Association. We set up AMIC over 6 years ago, and the reason why we set it up is we felt that the buy side and the sell side of the financial services industry has to engage much more effectively than it had in the past. And the ICMA group is unique in that it has both a sell side and a buy side. And that also, I think, fits with the trend in the financial services industry, whereby what was previously a very clear distinction between the buy side and the sell side, there are now areas of grey whereby the buy side and the sell side are morphing more towards each other. And I think we add value relative to other industry organisations by this engagement between the buy side and the sell side. The membership of AMIC is not just made up of asset managers, but it also includes institutional investors, such as sovereign wealth funds, pension funds, insurance companies, and also a very important component are the number of private banks globally that are members. And they, for example, recently have carried out a working group introducing a charter of good quality for the private banking industry. And that comes on to the point that most of our work at AMIC is research-based and is formed from working groups. And these working groups cover focused areas of the asset management industry which are strategically important and or which represent problem areas for the industry and which need to be addressed. To give you some examples, the exchange-traded fund sector was experiencing a number of dysfunctionalities 2 to 3 years ago. We formed a working group, and that working group, as a result of engaging with regulators, I think has led actually to a much more robust background now for the ETF market. In terms of other work that we're doing at the moment, I would just highlight our work in fixed income markets with the development of certain fixed income sectors, such as green bonds, such as infrastructure bonds and private placements. We are also working on the outlook for long-term investment, and the issue of long-term investment is very important for government bodies and regulators and for our industry, and to actually have a program of long-term investment which brings benefit to our customers and investors is very important. Another area is shadow banking. Shadow banking, as the banking industry de-levers and assets are transferred to the asset management industry, the regulators are looking at us as potentially shadow banks, and that obviously is a point of concern, and we at AMIC need to address that concern. In terms of future strategy, I would just end on making the point that all our work is focused on adding value to the asset management industry, to investors, and most importantly, to the financial services industry and to our customers, to add value really across the board, to add economic benefit.